My name is Renee Kraft, and my son Jackson has autism, and he found his home here at Camp Shalom and also Camp Tuyul. This has really always been his place. He works out here. When he's asked to say, "Where is your community?" he says, "The Jewish community is my home." He had been very isolated for a long time in his life, and he says Camp Shalom and Camp Tuyul are about friendship to me, and that's where I have all my friends, and that's where I have my joy.
Every summer we have about 7 to 8 children that are in our inclusion program, and that's thanks to the annual campaign. We would love to double that amount and have the opportunity available for other families who we know in our community are looking for this kind of experience.
I mean, this is one of the most vital resources for disabled children in all of Central Texas. We just want to be a part of things that are happening here at the Jewish Community Center. It's too vital. It's an important community asset that we want to be a part of.
It's really been so important that we have an inclusion program at our camp, and that we serve other children besides Jackson and give them the opportunity to have a real, live, true summer camp fun experience.
The JCC has given us a gift I can never repay. I never can repay this. My son came in very low verbal, and he left social. Basically, he had a childhood because of Camp Shalom. He would not have had a childhood worth remembering or creating art if he had just stayed in our home, which was his option.
Donna and I met when we were both over 40. We started emailing each other back and forth, and it was like we had known each other all our lives, and that we instinctively felt we were on the same wavelength. And Donna said later on that as soon as we started emailing each other, she knew we would get married. We were both over 40 when we met, and we were 43 when we got married, and it was the first marriage for both of us. And we were both 45 when our boys were born. Donna was a musician. She had a brilliant mind, and she was multi-talented in a number of disciplines. My name is Wes. I live in Northwest Austin, and in January of 2016, I lost my wife of nearly 13 years.
When JFS first heard from Wes, it was pretty clear that it was a really dire circumstance in his life and his family's life.
It wasn't until December that she was diagnosed with what was the main problem, which was non-alcoholic cirrhosis of the liver. It wasn't until the actual day she died that really we gave up hope. I don't know, perhaps I was denying reality, but I always thought that she would pull through. Now it's been a little bit over a year, and it's been a big adjustment, as you can imagine.
And our role at that point was to really try to figure out how we could best assist him. And then as Donna passed away, we were able to help with funeral expenses. We were able to connect Wes to a financial advisor who helped him prioritize from a fiscal perspective what to do. And we were able to assist Wes also with auto repair, which helped ensure that he was able to get to work and really continue to move forward in his life.
There was that loss of income, there was uncertainty, and I'm dealing with my own grief, and I have to help my children deal with theirs as well.
I think anyone who is losing a spouse, who is facing the reality that they're going to be a single parent to 2 children, and seeing their children lose their mother, it's enough to overwhelm anyone.
They provided me the resources so that, now, a little over a year since my wife's death, my life is getting back on track, and I've been able to at least start building a new life for myself and my boys with the help of JFS.
I am Stan Field.
And I'm with Stan, I'm Ellie Field.
North Village Library has a book club where you read anything you want, and then we all sit around a table and we get 5-10 minutes to discuss the book we've read, whether we like it or not. And it's wonderful because you hear about what other people are reading, and we liked it so much there that we asked Lisa if we could do it at the J, and she said, let's give it a try.
I remember when Stan and Ellie first were coming as snowbirds, actually. They've been faithful members with ideas and suggestions. I mean, the book club was a great idea. It was something we wanted to do, and then all I had to do was kind of bolster and support that and make it happen.
And our first meeting started out where we had about 3 or 4 people, and now we're up to usually about 10.
One of the great things about the adult programs at the JCC is that for the most part they are free or so reduced in price to make them affordable, and we never turn anybody away because of inability to pay. We just want people to come and find what they're looking for.
When we're playing Mahjong, the connections go way beyond the Mahjong table. The things that have come up in the 2 hours that we play. And while we're, building the walls and shuffling the tiles, there's all kinds of conversation going on.
So I get phone calls either from folks who are thinking about relocating to Austin, and Stan and Ellie are an example. They were thinking about moving here, found what they were looking for, found the vibrant community they were looking for, and didn't hesitate to relocate.
And I actually played Mahjong the first night that I moved here. Lisa took me under her umbrella and sat me down, and that really opened up the whole world for me. I made a lot of friends.
We have a lot more social connections here in Austin than we did really in St. Paul.
One of the things that I know as a gerontologist is that the people that I have the privilege of working with have lived really rich and interesting lives.
This week on Monday, we've already had Mahjong. Today, of course, is the filming, and we'll be going to that jukebox musicals after the filming. Tomorrow is Mahjong. Tomorrow night, we have the Jewish History Talk. On Thursday, we have a second 60s meeting over at Congregation Beth Israel. And Friday, we're free.
You saved my life. I don't know how to express that. I mean, I had to quit my job. I was home with them by myself.
Thank you for helping me rebuild my life.
Thank you for making our life so wonderful here.